Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just got back from the Dragon Ball Super Madison regional event, and I am exhausted. After that, I went to a One Piece playmat tournament, got 8th place on that one. I'm going to be posting a video about that after this. But hey, I want to talk to you about the event and the deck I played. As you can see on screen, I played Android 21. I mainly played this deck because I originally wanted to play Soul Striker. It was going to be a blue-green Soul Striker build, but then when my buddy Dane told me that, yeah, have fun auto-losing to Android 21, and that just made me realize, yeah, probably not, like, playing blue right now is just not worth it, especially if Android 21 is the prevalent blue deck in the format. Only to get there and not play any of them. I know there were Android 21 players, just it didn't seem like there was a lot of them. I know there was an Android 21 player that got into top 4, which is awesome. Congrats to them. They were an amazing pilot, I've heard. My buddy actually got to play against her, and she completely destroyed him, his words. But yeah. Everyone knows Android 21. It essentially kind of gatekeeps other blue decks at this point. If you go up against another blue deck with Android 21, you're going to have a really good time because all their cards tap for the energy you need. But we all know this. Android 21 is incredibly good. It is a, not a mid-tier deck. It is a control deck. It is, it wants the long game. And it's insane. Everyone knows what it does. It's busted. I don't think a deck like this should exist, personally. But hey, we're here, and I played it. And I got 31st out of the 127 players that were there. It was such a fun event. I met so many nice people, and that's why I love these tournaments, because you get to meet so many cool people, you get to joke around, laugh, and just have fun playing the card game that we all enjoy. And right now, this format is incredible. Sure, there's the whole like Green Gohan kind of just flooding every meta, and once again, if you did not know, Green Gohan won the Madison regional. I actually know the guy who won. Shouts out to Javier. He was in the group I was in, and absolutely killed it. And the final match came down to Green Gohan versus Green Gohan. I believe the top 4 decks were 2 Green Gohan, 1 Black Trunks, and a Android 21. So, fantastic. Thank you to all of my opponents that I played. Round 1 was against Green Gohan. I won that one because, honestly, this deck has a pretty good matchup into Green Gohan because you also need green energy. Round 2 was, I believe, oh man, I forgot my round 2 matchup. No, I'm sorry, it was Pan. Round 2 was Pan. I did lose that one because I misplayed and blocked with a blocker that I should not have used. I should have used a super combo in hand. Then they overwhelmed Vegito SCR into me. It was not fun. So that was not great. And then round 3 was against, oh god, I can't remember round 3. Round 3 was a loss, though. Round 4, I believe, was, oof, this is why I wish I would have written down my stuff. I think round 4 was Zeno Trunks. I won that one. Round 5 was against, oh man, I think it was a mirror match. I won that. Beat Vegito. Yeah, Vegito was the next round, and then Beerus, I lost to that. I ended going 4-3. Beerus, once again, it was a misplay. Oh, no, I'm stupid. Now I remember, guys. Sorry. Round 1, Green Gohan. Round 2 was Dane in his Golden Frieza, playing the 5-drop SR Frieza that essentially says you can't use counters, or else you lose. Lost that. Round 3 was Pan. Lost that. Round 4 was Zeno Trunks. Round 5 was Frieza Swap. And I beat that. Round 6 was Vegito, beat that, and then final round was Beerus. So all of my matches today were different decks. Well, not today, but all my matches were different decks. I was really expecting to see more Green Gohans than I did. I was expecting to see more Android 21s than I did. I didn't see any. And I expected to see more Zeno Trunkses. My brother ended up going getting in the top 30 with Frieza Swap, and he saw 3 in a row of Xenotrunks, which is insane. I was really hoping to see some of those matches, but yeah, it was some of the matchups could have been better, but overall 4-3. I really think I could have gone 6-1 if I didn't misplay, but we learn from that, you know. But anyway, the deck I ran. Shout out to Dane for helping me out the last second with the build of the deck, swapping some cards out. We ran 3 Android 21 Wavering Wills, the counterplay that allows me to, in window 2, use my opponent's card that they just played to tap it down, even though it has deflect. It's awesome. It's a 20k crit blocker on play. If it's your opponent's turn, you draw one. If it's your turn when it's played, essentially, let's see here. I can't remember exactly, but I know it restands at the end of turn. So, solid card. 3 copies of Speedy Substitution. It's your searcher. Obviously, you need to run it. Helps you find your secret rare. 2 mandatory gatherings. This saw no play all weekend. I mostly sided this card out in almost every match. But it is there as a searcher as well, and if you need to generate tokens on your opponent's board, it's a solid card for that. 4 copies of Android 21 Total Audacity. This card helped win my Vegito matchup because I had no cards in hand. My opponent had 3 life left. I had one of these already on board. I drew into another, used my opponent's board because he had some blue to play it, draw 2 more. Then I was able to play Cell, the Z Battle card Cell, which then wiped his board mostly. I swung in 30k crit. He blocked. He was able to get out of it, but I swung. I restood it with its ability, swung in again, and then I was able to crit him down to just 2 life. So I had two double strikers on board. He was not able to get around that. So card is insane. You play it, you draw 2 and double strike. Amazing. 4 copies of Android 17 Defending Friends. Cards cracked. We all know it is one of the best blue floodgates in the game. 4 copies of Android 18 Measureless Strength. It is your check land, essentially. You need it. You need to see it early on. Mostly it was used for energy in my case, but I did, I think, once or twice pitch it to search top 5. The secret rare, of course, is absolutely insane. Android 21 Transcendental Predator, however you pronounce that. Board wipes, gang life, it's awesome. I didn't see it the first 3 games at all, and I lost the first 2 of those 3. So then I saw the rest of the 4, and I won 3 of those last 4. So it's amazing. You see it, you're gonna most likely win. 4 copies of Android 21 Full Power Counter, your other check land, and one of the best floodgates in the game. I really didn't get to use it all that often for its floodgate ability, surprisingly. But I could also bottom deck a card with barrier. It's awesome. 1 Bad Omen. I did pull this off against the Trunk Zeno player, getting him down to 1, and then playing this. It was a very good game. But yeah, just run the 1 of it because it's just, if I see it, great. If I don't, eh. 4 Android 21 Ceaseless Despairs, because obviously it is another essentially super combo minus the draw, and it really helped apply damage near the end of the games, being able to basically punish them if they counter, and that 25 double strike, 25k dual attack double strike, that clears board. It's absolutely busted. 2 Android 8 Kind-Hearted Machine, searchable super combo that draws. 2 Absolute Release Balls, great against the Mecha Frieza Robotic Riposte, Broly Crowns, any floodgates that come in for less than 3. 4 D-Magics, because obviously blue. 1 Majin Buu Assault of the Agents of Destruction. Card's still great. When I played it, it helped me live a bit longer in some of my matches that I lost. Great stuff. 2 copies of Goku Black Rose helps that its abilities Activate Battle, allows you to play it and possibly bottom deck the card that's attacking if it's a 4 cost or less. Plus you draw 1, and then it's a double strike on the crack pack. It's nutty. 3 Senzu Beans, because obviously we got a bean to live. 4 Pans, great card. It helps proc any my opponent's cards that trigger when I play a battle card first. Draw 1, place it on my opponent's board when I need blue energy on their board. Solid card. 2 Kusus, great counterplay, especially in the Frieza swap matchup, because I can just bottom deck up to their 5 costs as long as it doesn't have barrier, and then it bottom decks a card on my opponent's hand as well. So great stuff. Had a lot of fun with this card. 1 Vegeta Disciplined Warrior. You need the super combo that can draw you that additional 2 cards if you need to really go in for the attack or defend. 1 Zeno Edge of Spacetime in case you need to grab a card you had to charge earlier because you really needed it. 2 Ultra Instinct Goku's Kamehameha, a 1-drop 15k boost that allows you to restand the energy that you used for it, is absolutely insane. And finally, Android 17 Turning the Tide, because obviously we're running blue, and I actually Turning the Tided my final match, Beerus, but I messed up the play. He had the 8-drop 30k Double Strike Oob out, and I played this. Instead of swinging in at his Oob, that I should have done, I swung in his life. I was not able to go for game. I had 3 life. He comes back on the crackback, plays Cell Zeno. Sorry, not Cell Zeno. Cell Z battle card. Crits my life. I'm now left with 2 life, and then he swings in with Oob. I was not surviving. So I messed up. I should have gone after Oob with this card, but I didn't. That was on me. But yeah. Amazing stuff here. Side deck, as you can see, I ran 1 additional copy of Absolute Release Ball and 2 additional Kusus in case of the matchups that I really needed more counterplays. Amazing. They really came in handy. 2 copies of Raditz Giant Force. This card is amazing. It is a 3-cost 19k Unison that is a blocker with the ability of once per turn, and when you activate blocker, you can restand it, so essentially can block up to 2 attacks. Its activate main is +0, draw 1, and switch at the end of the turn, switch this card to active mode, so you can swing with it, and then restand it as a blocker for your next turn. And its other ability is -2 to choose up to 1 of my opponent's battle cards, and return to their hand, and then at the end of my turn, switch 1 of my energy to active mode. 1 of my blue energy to active mode. Card was great in the Trunks Zeno matchup, and any deck that was far more aggressive than I was comfortable with, card was a great. 2 Mufuba, because Trunks Zeno exists, and Green Gohan 8-drop exists. It's a great card that gets around barrier, stop those big, heavy hitters that have abilities that can proc. And since it's no longer, when you play this card on top of it, since the card is no longer on board, the abilities can't proc. It's amazing. Usually in the aggro matchups, I would throw these 4 cards in, and it helped quite a bit. 1 copy of Perfect Force Cell. It is essentially for the longer games. I play it since it costs 7 to play, and as long as my leader is my leader is an android, doesn't matter if it's blue or green, my opponent has to discard cards from their hand, so they only have 3 left. And then it's a 30k Double Strike. I did side this into my Beerus matchup, but I did not see it. 2 copies of Deborah Ritual Hand for the Green Gohan matchup, or any deck that likes to discard my hand for obvious counter. 2 copies of Son Gohan Power Reclaimed, because this could help get rid of some stuff off board. Plus, if I do play it on the crackback, it's a 20k triple attack. Solid as heck. 2 copies of Burnished Bonds Borgos for obviously the blue matchups. I sided it in twice. Actually, once in the Beerus matchup and once against Golden Frieza. And yeah, I wish it had barrier, but obviously it doesn't because it's insanely good. It's more generic punishment for untapping energy. Finally, 1 Jiren Survival of the Fittest for in case of being Turning the Tided. So, didn't happen to me though. Finally, in the Z-deck, we run 1 Beerus Area Annihilator because obviously getting rid of stuff with barrier is very important. Card is snapped against Frieza swap, so definitely it's a staple for blue Z decks. Another staple is Cell Awakening of the Created, board wipe, possibly dual attack 25 crit. Awesome. 2 copies of Android 21 in the Name of Peace to start up the ramp chain. Now, you never want to play this, of course, if your opponent has 1 open energy, especially in the yellow matchup, because they will more than likely Tyrannical Blow it, and then you will be SOL. But if you can get it off, you can play the Android 21 in the Name of Hunger to ramp 1 and have that blocker on board. When I did actually play the 4-drop Z card on its own, I would normally grab like Beerus, put it under it, so that way I can give her Barrier, because her ability is to choose a keyword skill on a card underneath this and keep it until the end of my opponent's next turn. I would give her Barrier so she cannot be KO'd that easily with skills. Finally, SSB Vegito, Godly Spirit. Sadly, he's like the one card I didn't play this weekend, but he's obviously good blue stuff. So yeah, that is the deck. I really enjoyed this deck a lot, but I'm really bummed that I really didn't feel the need to have built this because I didn't play a lot of blue decks, I didn't play a lot of green, and I don't know. The deck is cracked, absolutely. It needs, I feel like in the future it will need some type of nerf because it does gatekeep blue decks in a way, but that's a whole different other video. The whole weekend was amazing. I had so much fun with my crew from Iowa and the crew from Minnesota joining us there, and Minnesota came out and fucking killed it this weekend. Hey, Iowa came and showed up too, but you know, Minnesota definitely topped us. But hey, thank you so much for checking out this video. Let me know what you think of this deck list in the comments down below, and let me know what you think of Android 21 as a blue leader in general. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.